Well, hello, everybody. Hey, Bill O'Leary coming to you live as part of our series that we do once a week called our Thirsty Thursday series. For those that are new, what I do is I go live once a week Thursday at about this time, and I talk about a topic that I run across in what I do for a living. So I'm a lawyer, and I focus on areas of estate planning, elder law, and probate. So if you're thirsting for knowledge and for information, you've come to the right place for sure. So today, this is based on a question I got a few days ago from somebody. How do you get a death certificate after a loved one dies? So it's a good question. It's a practical question. You know, recent statistics show, in fact, from 2021, I looked it up, 3.4 million people died in the U.S. That's a lot. Now, when someone dies, the local government issues a formal document known as a death certificate. The death certificate, what it does is it provides important information such as the date and the location and the cause of death. A lot of states follow a form that the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, puts out. Now, when a loved one passes away, it's very important. One of the first things you have to do, get a death certificate. And this document is important in order to handle a lot of financial and legal affairs of the deceased person. In fact, most end-of-life situations or matters require a death certificate, and offering proof that an individual has died allows surviving loved ones, to make certain important decisions. But still, a lot of people don't know that they need this proof of death or even how to apply for a death certificate, the mechanics. So following the death of a loved one, you're going to need to get a copy, certified copy of the death certificate to do things like, a burial planning, burial arrangements, cremation arrangements, let's say transferring bank accounts and assets, filing insurance claims, sort of basic stuff 101. So let's talk about some of the mechanics. Where do you get a death certificate? Well, usually it's the Department of Vital Statistics. This is a local agency for the most part. And this department, what they do is they maintain and issue important official documents for important life events, things like births, deaths, marriages, divorces, and so forth. So you're going to want to contact the Vital Statistics office in your county where the deceased person lived. And by the way, if they died away from their home, let's say in a different county, you're going to want to get a death certificate from the county where they died. Then the next step is to request the certificate, either in person or online. To make the request, you're going to need things like the full name, date of death, the last county of residence of the deceased person, and a few other things. You're also going to need a form of ID to prove that you are a close family member, because they're the ones that are really entitled to this death certificate. Other people that may not be a close family member also have a right to get a death certificate, maybe the executor of an estate, trustee of a trust, and so forth, as well as the beneficiaries under a will or the heirs under the estate. Now, the local government, usually the county, they're going to require a fee for a certified copy, and that could range anywhere from $5-10 a copy, upwards of $25 to $30 per certified copy. By the way, you're going to want to get 10 copies of the short form. So the short form is 8.5 by 11 in size, where it does not disclose the cause of death. There is a long form, 8.5 by 14 in size, that does list the cause of death. It's okay to get, let's say, one of the long form just to have, but different institutions, let's say, that are going to need a death certificate, they don't want the long form. In fact, they won't even take it. They want the short form. So again, 10 certified copies of the short form. And then once you start that process, just brace yourself. Getting a death certificate can take a little while, anywhere from 1 to 3, upwards of 4 weeks in my experience, after you make that request with the Vital Records Office. And in most cases, the process of creating a death certificate, so once the request is made, actually, in fact, it's even before the request is made, within 72 hours of the death occurring, that department knows about it, and so fairly quickly, the coroner, or let's say the medical examiner, they may confer with a spouse or a relative to verify important information about the deceased person, social security number, birth date, maybe some professional information, and then they're going to submit that document to the vital statistics office. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about death certificates and how they are used and why they're so important in administering a deceased loved one's estate, and if you want to know how we can help, we'd love to talk to you. So we invite you, we encourage you, take that initial baby step, reach out, schedule a free 15-minute phone call that we like to call our discovery call. It's a 15-minute call, it's free, and where you can basically tell us what your concerns are. We can tell you if we can help you. Scheduling is easy. Just go to our website, Legacy Planning Law Group. There's a button there. You can't miss it. Book your free call. Pick the day and time that works for you. If you've enjoyed this video, we'd ask that you like it, and also do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Planning Law Group. Putting up more and more video content all the time. So, hope you've enjoyed this talk about death certificates, how you get one after a loved one dies. As I said at the start, I'm going to give another talk next Thursday at about the same time, sort of same bat time, bat channel. So if you're thirsting for knowledge and information, we will quench your thirst for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Bill O'Leary, go make it a great day in a better world.